Right. Not a lot, I'm sure. Reflection show. Hey. Ooh. Fair. Find your way back. Do you know Beyonce? This is something we say whenever whenever we're being ridiculous. Right. Like, what? It's running out of it. That's crazy. You stole his whole flow, his whole for everything. Oh. Oh yeah, actually this is one of those outside didn't hurt, sorry. Yeah, I bumped into something and I was like, oh. And I was like, well, I'm screwing me. Loves me a lemonade. Love it, love it. I can never let it just do whatever was we the ones pretty good it turned out. Now I got to stuff no. Ow. And they said they get aroused by my accent. Should I do dip or like dip with a gel coat or um um like because I'm gonna do chrome, so I don't care what the color. Why is everything chrome? Hi. Yeah, my friend's on YouTube. What's Shannon say again? These are my friends. Yeah. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. It's crazy. Hello from Greece. Where am I from? I am in New York City, in Manhattan. English or Spanish? Do I look like I speak Spanish? Soy dominicana. Okay. Kalo K. No, don't do that. Sure. You sure are. You sure am. Yeah. Not. Did you tell? What is my Dominican name? I don't have a Dominican, like a stereotypically Dominican name. I have a, just like a regular Caucasian biblical name. I don't want to do these. Yeah. I need to buy more colors for my nails. Sometimes I want to be a basic beat and just do a nice pink, a nice blush. Thank you so much, Lucy. I did it myself. It took a lot of hours, but it's really nice. Like, I like it. Sometimes I love the effect of a red light when you're like waiting at a red light and it just casts the shadow. I feel like I'm in like a movie and I'm like staring and I'm like, Anyway, where are the comments? Oh, okay. Damn, I did not know how to work live on YouTube. Okay, right? Hey, Sokol and Aiden. The names are awesome. Hey, Brooklyn, how are you? And Mathieu, that looks like a French Mathieu. What are you doing? Name a car for an edit. Range Rover. Hey, Nadia. Hey, Daniel and Nigel. Where am I from? I think I answered that. I have a pretty smile. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm your biggest fan. You're really pretty. Thank you. I quit being YouTuber or blogger, ex-gamer. Okay. That's a long ass one. I ain't gonna lie. Why are people writing gay? Do you think I'm queer? Oh, do I know Tyla, like the musician from South Africa? Like, do I know her personally? Yeah, I'm like, thank you so much, Stitch Lover. That's so sweet. Thank you. Hey, Karina. Hey, Audrey. How are you? Oh, hello, Justin. Hey, Stitch Lover. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Welcome. Northern Michigan in the house. Oh, are you close to home? So, okay. Northern Michigan. I don't really know what goes on up there. Hey, Big Money Kid. What is this chat about? I'm gonna be doing my nails. I'm gonna be installing. It's a whole process, and it takes forever. So it only takes forever because I'm not that good at it right now. But I have everything that I need for a full install. So I'm gonna be listening to music or watching New Girl or reading a book. Likely watching New Girl just because I think I might get copyrighted if I play music. I don't want to do that. So I hope I don't get copyrighted doing New Girl either. But also I might have to switch off of my live on my iPad so that I can watch the show on my iPad. And then whatever. But yeah, I'm doing my nails. This is everything we're gonna use. Oh, I forgot about the chat. I gotta do this live. People act like live is so, like, I guess people don't act like live is easy, but like I feel like people who go live so often and like stream are so good at like responding to messages, continuing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't know. Hey, Karina. Not somebody said I will hit that, and that with the DAT. What would that hit you? You hate that. What am I listening to? I'm not listening to anyone but my lovely little sister. I'm on FaceTime with my sister on my phone, but I'm gonna be on here with you all for a while. Do I like Kush? Like the substance? Do you love me, Andrew Major? I can't love somebody I don't know, but I have love for people. Some people. Thank you, Victor, for saying that I'm beautiful. Appreciate that. That is very sweet. RJ's from Ohio. Where in Ohio? Like, oh my gosh, thank you, Karina. Oh my gosh, I don't know if need to get some moderators in here or how that works because somebody's talking inappropriate, I think. You are so pretty. Thank you. Arizona. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Arizona, my sister and I talk about this all the time. Arizona reminds me of Australia in the way that it has so many bugs and very scary things going on. Very, very scary animals. Very scary. Yeah. You take that out. You leave. um okay, this is a ladies show. Going back to Jimmy. Okay, bye. Yeah, so talk about I'm gonna go back to it. I was like, okay, thanks Joshua. Appreciate that. Okay. This is a lady show. Well, always for the gals. The gal them. Right. Act like you know, act like you know. I love when men realize that I'm doing something that's not male centered and they skedaddle. And I'm like, of course. Oh. Oh, yeah. What? Right. They really don't care. And it's so unsafe. Yeah. Not you adding that last part. I'm yelling. Hello, beautiful. Look at what I'm doing. But also, look at who I'm with my friends. So I'm gonna make myself bigger. But I'm with my life. Yeah. Yeah. But you're on my headphones. Yeah. No, I have them in the background as I do my nails because I'm trying to get more familiar with live. And I believe it helps with my watch hours. I could be wrong. I don't really know. I'm still figuring out YouTube because TikTok is really fucking with my algorithm and I don't love that. So I'm just gonna hop over to the most respected platform we have on here, which is YouTube. How was your dinner? What was in the what was in it? So was it like beans? Oh, you're so good. You're so far away from like how I don't know how to show you. Like you are yeah. They're to my right and you're right in front of me right here. I love that. That's such a good idea. I hate wasting people's battery, especially when I know you're gonna go to work. Fair, yeah. So it's like you might as well preserve it. Nothing. This weekend I'm saving money and only doing things in the area and or affordable. So, oh my gosh, I should tell you. I don't want to say his name on live but you know the guy that I was telling you about that we've been talking about as of late. Yes. Um, so I called him when I was walking to the train station last night. I was nice and tipsy, feeling good. And I was like, yeah, what's this guy doing? So I was like, hey, He didn't pick up, but he apparently had called me back, but my phone's on Do Not Disturb, so I didn't see it. But he texted me and was like, "Hey, I called you back." So I was still up because I definitely went to sleep at 8 a.m. today. I just kept reading the fucking novel. And then I'm like, am I okay mentally? Oh, I've seen that one. I've heard really good things about it. But I don't know much about it. Okay, real. That's so real. It's part, yeah. It like adds to the allure. Exactly. Yeah, I need to be like, and then just keep reading. I need to have a moment where I'm like, well. You're like, okay, following along. But yeah, so yeah, he called me and I picked up, and then what happened? We were just chatting, and he was like, "Can I come over?" And I was like, "No." Right? Like that's just like I'm like I don't know why. I guess maybe I haven't let on enough that I'm not there anymore with him. So I guess that's definitely something I have to like do better at, or do differently, I should say, because it's not necessarily good or bad right now. And I was like, I still don't know if you have COVID or not, but I don't want to risk it because I'm starting a new semester. Got to start it off on the right track and all that. And honestly, when he told me the first time that he had COVID and all that, when he checked in with me a few days ago, he was like, "Oh, I'm feeling better. Test came out negative, blah blah blah." But it was one of those at-home tests, and those always have false negatives. So I was like, I can't trust that. And so we talked about it back then. But he called and then I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'm by GWB, George Washington Bridge, I think, yeah. And I was like, oh shit, like nice. That's like closer to me than not. And he was like, yeah, that's why. I was like, I was like, oh yeah, no. I'm like, I'm already done my skincare, brushed my teeth, had showered, like I'd done my sheets before I like went out last night, so it made it so much easier for me to just hop in bed. It was like perfect, like cozy. I had my comforter in the dryer, so it was gonna be perfectly toasted. I was like, I had one espresso martini and one pint of like a cider, and I capped it there because that espresso martini was very much hitting, and they gave me like almost double the size I normally get when I'm there. And I was getting really giggly and tipsy, and I was like, I told my friend, I was like, yeah, I'll just do one shot and I'll be good. And I was like, that's dumb. That's actually a very slippery slope for you. So I was like, let me not. Can I do the pint? And I just had the cider. And cider at that level too. Thank you. No, thank you, friend. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. She is, but can I also just say I definitely do need to get a little more fucked up in that next time. I'm just not gonna lie to you. What? Fair. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I don't remember how we got to it, but I brought up that girl again because I'm not over it and I'm not gonna get over it. Right, and I was just like, oh, I don't remember how we got to it, but he started trying to like gaslight me. Like anything I would say, he would say he would start saying that we would hook up, sand like without protection, and I was like, that's not. And I was like, you must stop me confusing one of your other bitches, because like I don't do that with you. Like I don't play that with you, so I know for sure. And then he started being like, oh, and then he just started doing that thing guys do where it's just like they start acting like like they take what you're saying and then say it as though, and then flip it and act like you're like whatever you're saying is actually their complaint. And I'm like, Justin, I'm tipsy enough to not give a fuck about my therapy tools right now. So I was just, you know what I mean? I was just like, and I didn't even give him that heads up. I just knew that. I was like, I'm feeling real good. So I was like, and I'm not gonna lie, like after growing up how I grew up, like it's so hard for a man to like gaslight me about anything, because it's like you're not that fucking smart. Like you just have to understand. Like I don't ever think you're smart enough to fuck me up like that. Like I've had enough practice, babe. and I'm very, very fucking good. I'm not giving a shit, you know? So I just was laughing. It was just kind of funny to me. And then I brought up the girl, and he did not like that. And he was like upset with, like, he got upset near the end of the call and was like, he's like sad and like, it's sad and disappointing that I think he's like, that I think so little of him, essentially, is what I took away from it. And it's just like, yeah. And you know what I said? I was like, not. I was like, listen, it sounds like you're in your feelings. So how about you go ahead and call me when you're out of your feelings? Because I'm not gonna sit here and entertain it. Like, I'm not, dude. Oh, right, you know. And I'm just like sad and disappointed. Imagine how sad and disappointed I've been time and again to realize that you're not the guy I thought you were. And you're just like everybody else. In fact, you're worse because you think you're better. You think because you surround yourself with women, which is horrible. It's actually dangerous. But so he called me like an hour ago. I was like, oh, I guess he's over it. He's out of his feelings. But we weren't able to connect. Like the FaceTime wasn't like connecting. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where this is going. I don't know if. No, not so far. I haven't heard a thing. I'm curious though. Like I've been telling him, you know, I was like, unlike you, I'm a person of my word. I haven't said that yet, but that's how I feel. Like I've been telling him time and again, like this isn't gonna last. Like you're getting away with a lot, and I'm telling you, it's not gonna last. And then you started pushing and pushing, and you give an inch, they want to take a fucking marathon. And it's like, okay, dude, all right, now I'm gonna have to be a bitch. And unfortunately, because men are set up so fucking weird, that's probably gonna turn him on. Ridiculous. You know, it's probably gonna, because like guys love having to work hard. They love a chase. It's like, be not fucking basic, bro. Like, and I think what really got me is like, I realized he was playing games with me. I was like, I'm over here being an adult, being grown, using my therapy tools, communicating, trying to make sure that I'm not being a toxic ass bitch and playing games with you, but you have been playing games with me the entire time. And now you've turned the goddamn game master on, and I want to see who's gonna fucking win. Let's see who wins this game. Anyway. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the conversation's gonna go. Oh. For the I would love for both of us to go in with the intention of being honest with one another and being truthful, like without trying to be hurtful. You know what I mean? Like I'm hoping egos don't spark. Yeah, like I just want us to be able to be honest with one another. I would like the courtesy of the truth, and which requires me to have to be honest too, and I'm willing to do that. Thank you. I think so too. But I want to be able to. I guess I want to be proven right for choosing him to be someone that's been in my life for this long. You know, like I want to feel like I didn't lower myself, my standards or anything, because I was going through a lot because of the transition. Like I would like to think we did or could have built the start of a friendship, because I do think he is a fun person, and I've really enjoyed getting to hang out with him, and I think he could be a lot cooler of a person if he'd be a little fucking real, you know? Right, and himself, you know, like, and may I say, like, it's okay if you're disappointed with where you are in life, you know what I mean? Like, he would not be the first person to be like, oh, I don't love that I'm not at a certain place in my life, but he's not honest with himself. And also, yeah, yeah, and he's so used to getting taken care of by black women, and He wants to continue to get the benefits of the work that I've done, which, if you know me from any point in my life, you know that I am just not the type of person to let a man leech off of my hard work. And I don't think he has earned the ability to get credit for my discipline and my commitment to myself and my growth and my journey. Right. And it sounds like I'm like, he's not this horrible guy. He's so fun and great in so many ways, you know? It's just, he has been so good for me. He really has. He has shown me so much, you know, and it's like, I feel like that's the point of dating, you know, to learn about yourself through someone else. And while our dating wasn't conventional, we were dating. We've been dating for a few years. I think so too. And I'm grateful so much to you and my sister and all my other friends who have had to hear me talk about this guy in circles while I was doing my best to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, girl. I'm just like, I want to pick better, and differently. That's true. And I don't say that as though I picked badly. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I guess I want the lessons to be done, but clearly, if the lessons will never be done. You know, when you're dealing with people, you're always learning about yourself and them, and I know that. I get that, but. Right, and it's like, it really should not be like that. Like, in my very humble opinion. Everyone, right? We all want companionships, like down to like animals, like animals that don't have a brain like we do. It's just, I think it's sad that people are so willing to be afraid, and stay in their comfort, even if it's not what's going to lead them to be happy, that they're not willing to try. And I say that as somebody who used to be that person, you know? Like, there was a time when I can think back on some of the guys I've been involved with who were pretty decent guys, who could have been good people to partner with, but I wasn't in that space, so I couldn't see it. And I'm okay with that. Like, I learned a lot about myself through them. Yeah, it's all the journey. It really is all the journey. Um, right, and it's easier to say stuff like this when I'm like a decade removed from certain dynamics, you know? Like, back when I was going through it, though, I was going through it, you know? But yeah, we did. We've made it. Anyway, how's your recovery? How are you feeling physically? Earlier, period. And then you've eaten too. Good. Right. That is so important. Uh, that shower will do it every time. Like, if I can say anything to anyone going through it right now who doesn't want to take a shower or who doesn't feel like they have the energy in them to take a shower, like, just do it. It'll feel so fucking good when you're there, you know? Like, one thing about a shower, love the self-awareness. No one can hear you. It's just you. Yeah. Yeah, no one can hear you at all. 100%. And apparently I was ignoring them too much because there's no people in my life right now, so it's perfect. Just kidding. 2 people popped up. Hey guys. You can't hear it, but my friend on my phone says, hi guys. Hi, Jocelyn. And oh, the last person asked, what nails am I gonna do? I'm doing dip powder with acrylic tip. I think I might be a basic boring bitch and just do like a nude, and then I'll do chrome over it, you know? Hey Marley, how are you? How do I give a shout out? Someone says, please give me a shout out. How do I do that? I feel like such an old person. It's Marley. My name is Marley. Hey Marley. Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't know how to work. So like certain things, I'm just like, even TikToks live, I like have such a hard time. Like, is there something I press to give a shout out? I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and pay attention to you. Also, so sorry to not say it, but your get ready process is one of my favorite things. You are so, I love when a woman is efficient with making herself look absolutely like extra, like fantabulous and short, such a, like it just gives like discipline. It feels like you've done this enough to be able to know what you need, and it always looks effortless on you, you know? I love that. I'm screaming. You know, it wasn't until, and I've known this, but you know how sometimes things just hit you viscerally, like later. I was on this one girl's Instagram, and I really enjoy her content. She's one of my favorite kind of content creators because she's like about the art of like producing and learning and expression and all of that. And I feel like she should have a larger following, honestly. But I love that she's just authentic to her. She's always been real about like her cannabis usage, and she's all about like healthier remedies and all that shit. Long story short, all of this to say, right, just being who she is, just being a creative person. I love that. Like, it's so inspiring because sometimes I want to like do what the algorithm wants, but it's like my purpose in life is to experience my life to the fullest. You know what I mean? Not for the numbers, not for the followers. If I can help people and I can create a fun community of people who enjoy learning from each other, and you know, all of that, like who feel less alone in the world, all that shit, I would love to be a part of that. But like, my worth isn't tied to some algorithm's numbers, you know, my ability to show up for others. Anyway, she was saying, thank you. It's like I have to like repeat that to myself sometimes though, because sometimes it's so like that high of like getting the fucking like viral notifications. Like, going viral is definitely an insane feeling. It really is. It really is. Right. Um, Thank you. I appreciate you. But I do want to hear about you because you're over here hustling to get ready. I did just want to say the reason I think I appreciate her content is she also dates, like she doesn't hide her love. If she's dating someone and she's in love with them, she loves fully, and she shows up to love fully every time. And I think that's so brave, and I'm so inspired by her because as somebody who doesn't really do that, like, it's like, wow, you don't care what people say if the relationship ends because you were here for you enjoyed it while it lasted. You got to learn about yourself and learn about this person while you were in it, and it was real and it was full and it was fulfilling, and that's important, you know. And I love to see it. I love to see a Black woman doing it, you know. Anyway, I say that to say, she, the guy she was with at the time was like, "Why are you so beautiful?" And she was like, "It's because you're looking at me." And that just changed everything for me, because I was just like, anytime I see the beauty in someone, like, it's like, you know, it's like, because, like, I don't know, it's twofold. This one person, I said it on TikTok, and this one person was like, in Arabic, they have a saying that when translated is like, something, like, the way I remember it is that, like, you like, you see the beauty, like, because it's a reflection of yours or something like that, or like, yeah. And I just think shit like that is so fucking beautiful, you know what I mean? So whenever people are like, "Oh, you're so pretty," I'm like, "Thank you, you're pretty. That's why you can see that I'm pretty," you know. It makes me, it really, well, usually women, not men, I'm not gonna lie, but if they're queer or gay or like if they don't want anything from me, I'm like, oh my god, thank you. But if they are just regular cis het men, it's a little bit more. It weighs less than taking the compliment from like a young girl or a woman or Anyway, 100%, right? What like it's without a doubt, it's one of the worst feelings. Right. Like, what do you think that's gonna get you? Flattery will get you absolutely everywhere and absolutely nowhere at the same time. Like, it depends on who it's coming from. I agree. I don't disagree. I think they are not black and white. Yeah. And it's just because they haven't been challenged to. I think that's why it's always refreshing. Like, I love meeting a guy who had older sisters and like wanted to be accepted by them, because I feel like it's character building. You know what I mean? I feel like they're just like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, but I just know that almost every guy who's like the youngest but had like elder siblings has a level of respect for women, because I think at some point in his life he was bullied and wanted to be accepted by his siblings. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, I usually like guys who have sisters, because I'm assuming you can see women as people a little bit more than others. I'm assuming, but that's not. You should never do that. Never assume. Right. Yes. I completely agree. Right. Oh, 100%. I agree completely. Completely. Look at her. Ivy League grad student. Elite. Only elite for her. Yeah. Oh, period. That is so incredible. Oh, I feel like it's no, that is so real. But I'm not giving up on my dream to be a doctor, and I don't want to go to med school right now. Like, I'll do it if that's what I have to do, but I don't want to. Med school doesn't seem. I don't want to learn medical practices the way the U.S. does. I don't like the healthcare system here. So if I were to do it, I'd do it in a country that actually values human life. Um, like, not a huge fan of the cold to that extent, but I feel like I can figure it the fuck out. And I feel like they are set up well in those kind of places to be able to equip for the cold, and because they care about their people, right? And like, because I was like, I do my PhD. Like, I think I would want a PhD. I really want to study the interaction of gut health and mental health. I love that. Okay, I'll hit him up. It's so like connected. How we feel and what we eat affects how we think and what we do. Like, it is like our brain in our head and our brain in our stomach are two different brains that are actively connected all the time. Like, and when I'm not doing well, and also I just wanted to say, you were talking about you're a dirty girl, da 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 da. I don't love that for you, because I think it's all about perspective. Like, I know that for me, when my personal hygiene suffers, it's a very big sign that my mental health is not right. if I don't want to be jumping in and taking showers, I know I'm not doing okay. So maybe for you, it's just an indicator that something's off. But if that's always been the norm for you and that's something you want to change, then I would just love to encourage you to find steps to integrate it. But let's, one thing I'd love for you to also add to that list of things to do is stop. You saw that coming, didn't you? No. We can't let the shame keep us from healing, because that's what the shame's gonna do. Like, and honestly, I should tell you, like, huge thank you to you for coming over the day you did, because it forced me to also fix up my personal hygiene, because I hadn't in a while, because I'd just been doing my hair, falling asleep, getting up, and going nowhere, doing my hair, falling asleep, all hours of the night. Like tonight, once I finish my nails, like, and I think that's another reason why I started earlier rather than later. I'm gonna try to have an early night so that I can start a better sleeping schedule. Like, I want to have coffee so bad, but lately coffee has been affecting me, which lets me know that something's changing in my chemicals in my body, like in my system. Because like coffee never used to affect me, not really. But lately, I think either because I'm stressed or there's more factors, but coffee has been coffeeing for me. And that's never really a thing. Like, growing up in Miami, we drink cafecitos all the time. Like, drinking heavy coffee is nothing. So, I just bought Cuban coffee. I was like, I told my sister, I was like, girl, I'm missing home. So I made black beans, plantains, white rice, and I bought Cuban roast. I'm like, and Jess was like, yeah, and that's how you know we grew up in Miami, because like we consider it home the way other people would consider like Nigeria or something home. Oh my god, thank you so much. I'm gonna trim them. Yes, got them all. That's the first step, and then I'm gonna trim them to a length, because I think I want to do like a sharper almond. And because of that, I don't want it too long, because of you, I decided it's time to get back on being consistent with posting workouts, so that I can show you and help myself get back to a better state of strength with my knees, because we both can't have our knees popping out. And my little sister recommended that you wear a brace, which as your friend, I should have thought of that. But she was like, you might need to look into getting a brace just to help you while she's running. That's real. That's honestly very real of you. No, but you know what? You gotta know yourself. Nice. How would you feel? Nice. Squat. You're such a badass. I'm so glad to hear it. Also, something else that doesn't require weights, but you can add weights if you'd like. Like, adding weights would definitely increase your resistance. Wall sits. Wall sits are really good for building your knee strength, which it makes sense, but it's just so frustrating, because it's like, it's like, and then I add plates, so I'll do let's pretend that there's a wall. I'll do my wall sit, whatever, and then you have to push your knees, you have to keep your knees out, body, whatever, and then I'll just add plates. So maybe that can be something you add on at the gym. Maybe like see if you can get higher. Kind of like, with planks, how you increase your, like, adding 10 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever to increase your average plank hold. Maybe you can have a goal and be like, I want to be able to do a wall sit with 25-pound plates for 30 seconds, which was, that was one of my goals when I was trying to work on healing my knees. That was just something. Fucking wall sits for soccer and suicides. Oh, dude. When you touch your hand down to the floor, and then they blow, and then you sprint to one end of the court, and then you sprint back, and then you do it for as many as they tell you to. Fucking suicides. Wall sits, dude, and then and you know, I think what I like, because I know I think you and I were talking about it, but that camaraderie of playing team sports and meeting up weekly to like have your ass kicked by someone who is better than you know, and good at this was something that, you know, that you respect, like, was something that really, really shaped me. And it's like, I'm not the type of person who appreciates like being bullied via like army methods. Like, you don't yell in my face, you're not gonna get my best version of myself. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, like, I mean, my coach could do it, like my soccer coach, but at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna win something. I'm gonna win a trophy, or I'm gonna pummel through a girl, and I'm gonna knock that shit out of my fucking park and keep our goal 0. You know what I mean? Like, I had an objective, and I loved it. And I think that's what run clubs do. You know, it gives people that third space feeling while forcing them to be better and show up differently. So here is the clipped and non-clipped version. And now we're gonna, thank you. I'm definitely gonna cut it lower, but yeah, 100%, yeah. But yeah. So anyway, what were you gonna tell me? Because you're pretty much damn near done with your makeup. Right. And may I say, audition them, right? Like, some one clubs meet certain needs. Yeah. Correct. And correct. And you, given your speed and ability to push through, you would probably be able to join like a faster crew than you give yourself credit for. Like, when I started with one of the run clubs that I go to, I started with the 10-minute milers, and now I run with the 9-minute milers. And honestly, we run sub 8 sometimes for the most part. Like, our 9 minutes are pretty speedy. I'm not gonna lie. So I know that I could probably join the sub 8, like the 8-minute group, but I would be in the right. I definitely would be in the back of the 8-minute group. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. That's not necessarily true. Same. I really like it. I think I can increase my duration, my endurance and all that with 9. Yeah. Right. You know, like I averaged like my 3rd mile at 8:55, which beautiful. And I used to run, like, back in the day when I actually started running, when I got my injuries the first time around. I used to run like 7-minute miles, like my mile, like I'd run like 8 miles, right? And then like mile 6 would be like a 7-minute, 7:50 or 7:40 something. Yeah, which is crazy because I used to, at that point, I used to be like, damn, that was probably the slowest time. And I checked my stats and I was like, holy fuck, I was flying. I want to get back there, you know? Oh my God, you're so sweet. I don't think so because, yeah, 6 minutes would be crazy work. But like, I'm not gonna lie, hearing that people broke the 4-minute 30 mile, I want to see if I can ever get to the point where my knees and my body is strong enough to be able to aim for a 4:30 mile or sub 4:30. Right? Like, I'm like, because our bodies will do anything we tell it to. I love it. Push, right? And then like, I love sports. I love movement. Like, I love movement. Movement has saved my life. It really does. And then one of my favorite things that I remember that was so integral to my growth as like an individual was soccer practice, when my coach said, I don't want to hear anyone here say the word can't ever again. Take that word out of your vocabulary. If I tell you to run 3 miles, I don't want to hear I can't. Yes, you can. And I'm like, no, but you're wrong. I can't. And they're like, and go run 3 miles. I was like, no. But guess what? We ran every last second of all those miles. And it really shaped me for a really long time. I was fearless, and also young. When you're young, your brain just doesn't have a lot of hiccups about many things as it probably should. But I was young enough to throw the word can't out of my vocabulary. Same. Honestly, right? I had one coach that was like very super nice, wholesome, very like. The other coach was like, go fucking run. And like, it was like a perfect balance. You had your chill coach. Same, like, which is like, is that okay? Is that okay? Like, am I right? Like, ooh, should I be concerned? I'm not gonna lie, the book I'm reading right now, the one I was telling you, the series that kept me up, well, that I allowed to keep me up, the guy is so bossy, and I hate that, but I love that because it's just like, I love a man who just is assertive in a way that's like, but like, he started off being kind of overbearing, but they softened, like, he started like, doing that whole like softening up shit. And I can tell you right now, in real life, I would never be with a man like this. Like, this would not be a guy I'm talking to you guys about. Because as rich as he is, and, well, he's a billionaire in the book, which I don't think billionaires should exist. But you know what I mean? Like, this is fiction. This is fiction. You know what I mean? Like, how, but like, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I would love to be in a situation with a man who just plants things. He's like, oh, I saw that you liked da-da-da-da-da. Not... I would love to. I've had those guys in my life, and I love being with those guys. It's like being taken care of in a way that's so welcome. And I didn't realize how welcome it was. But, a guy that you're like, oh, he said he planned this, like a well thought out date. Get out of my face. Like, you're kidding me. Like, that's crazy. I might have to cut them all a lot shorter than I planned. Right? I hate when I fuck up the nail and I either have to pop it off. That is very true. But it's just like, I really, like, I did it right the first time. You know what I mean? Like, it glued and it stuck, and then I fucked it up by cutting too short. I hate when I do that. It's okay. I'll survive. I will survive. Yeah, I cut one of the nails too short. Like, I kept cutting it and it kept slanting, and then I kept trying to fix it, and then I just cut too short for the design. So that's okay. That's true. That's true. You're so sweet. If I do a good job with this set, I will show you, and then we'll be able to see if, like, maybe we could do like a nail night or something. Oh my gosh, literally obsessed with your body. And I'm sorry. I wish you saw what I saw, Like, that's very true. Yeah, and also sometimes I think we have to give our bodies a chance to, like, enjoy being indulged. Because, like, it's so important to, like, I don't know, I think it's just, sometimes I'll look at my body and it feels like for, like, a good few days or a few weeks, I'm like, God, what the fuck, bro? And then other times I'm like, you know what? I think I lost weight. And it's just because your body just needed to, like, adjust to the fact that you gave it too much for a while or too little, or, and maybe this is just my personal theory, but I know that as an emotional eater, There's some moments I'm just stuffing my face. Like, you'll think I've never eaten a day in my life. You know? Right. Mm-hmm. Or, like, if I've been drinking too much, correct. Um, so, sometimes your body just needs to, like, adjust to being a body, you know? Um, and like it's good. Like the whole point of us, like I have to remind myself this, and I try to do it often. Is like the whole point of being here is to enjoy and experience my human experience. That's the only thing. Everything else seems so important because of capitalism and war and all this shit. And I'm not saying that those aren't vital aspects of like our lives, but it's like the true purpose of us being here is to just have a unique human experience that like aligns with us. Um, and we don't get to really enjoy that because the world we live in doesn't really let us focus on that. So sometimes I'm like, you know, Naomi, you're just here having a human experience. This is just part of your human experience. Right? Correct. And like there's certain things I'm like, damn, Amy, I've been ignoring this and ignoring that and da, and it's like, yes, I have. Well, and guess what? The only thing you can do is do it now. You know what I mean? Like move forward and fix it. Face the music, and see what it is you're gonna have to do, and then do that thing. You know, like you'll be okay. Like it's like now I know not to put myself in certain positions or whatever the case might be, but it's like it'll be a mountain if I keep making it a mountain. And also, even if it's a fucking mountain, can't I do hard things? Like, if people could scale mountains, like, so, right? And also, like, then I see my friends, like, you worked so hard. Like, whenever you tell me, like, you, like, oh, you went too hard, I'm like, that's fair. The body needs a release. When you work so hard, your body just sometimes needs a break. And, like, that TikTok, I think that you sent me, of, like, bartenders being completely, uh, sober until they clock out. I was like, real. Yeah. Why would you apologize for that? That was hilarious. Because I'm like, I can definitely see that. Like, you, that one time when that guy, Jean, whatever. Yeah, he was like, I don't know, I was just like, you were just like, oh girl, I'm drunk. But you cleaned up, you signed out, you closed tabs, you transferred for the other girl. Like, I'm like, she's a very effective lady with a drink. I'll tell you that. Not Casamigos. It's not one of the more pricey ones. That's hilarious. I'm. I hope you don't. Stop putting that out there. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I understand. Please! Yes. I'm yelling. What'd you take? Period. They make way more than they pay you, so We do. That's the thing. Any company that hires you makes more money off of you than they're paying you. Crazy. Hate that for us. Right. I'm screaming. You're so calm about it. Oh, no way. I got fired from one and I was like, it wrecked my shit. That bitch. No, honestly, capitalism should be scared of you. Good. Love that. I feel like the best way for us to rebel against the system is to like fuck it up from the inside out. You know what I mean? Like if you work somewhere and you know a hack that'll save people money, tell people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't gatekeep that shit because ultimately the only person who suffers is the company. And that's fine. Right. Like, they can afford to not meet their fuck ass bottom line for once. Right. Right. But they're getting record profits. Right. If I never fucking hear that word again, that pisses me off. This guy makes like hundreds of thousands a second or a minute or something. My thing about it is like, dude, you couldn't tell me you possibly need it. I just learned about the girls who go to Dubai to get shat on. I didn't know that was a thing. And it makes me sad for the state of the world that like women are being degraded to such extent because some rich guy wants to get off. Like, that actually blows my mind. Like, why is you shitting in a girl's mouth something that turns you on? Like, shitting is such a gross fucking process. And I don't get that. Like, that can't be clean or safe for the woman. And like, I can imagine having to be completely like drugged up to deal with something like that. Like, if you were doing it, like, oh my god. Like, I would not even be in my body, but I also would just honestly rather kill myself because I don't want anyone's fucking poop in my mouth. I don't even want to do like anal because poops. You know, like, I read about it in the novels. The novel ladies, the romance girls, they love talking to me. I'm like, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Of course, babe. You look incredible. Yes. All right, to Manhattan. Yeah. Love you, babe. Be safe. Have a great night. Have fun. And you look amazing. Catch up soon. Bye. Love you. Yeah. Can't wait. Bye. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.